That's right, boys and girls, I'm getting into it. What's up, you guys? It's Olivia Catherine back with a video every single Wednesday. Today we're in my bedroom. I'm going to be doing a video about Jojo Siwa and I legitimately can't do it. Get it off! Jojo Siwa. I feel like you can't go a single day on the internet without hearing about this girl, seeing something about her, whether it's people making fun of her or... yeah, that's about it. I'm always seeing people make fun of her for being a giant toddler, being too loud, for talking too fast. And boy, does she talk really fast. I'm sick of seeing so much stuff about her on my Instagram feed, on YouTube, and YouTube commentary. So here I am force-feeding more of that content down my viewers' throats. So I want to just take a look at Jojo Siwa outside of the memes. I have seen snippets of her videos, but only used in the context to make fun of her, so I decided to actually go and watch one of her videos for myself because I wanted to see what she's putting out without the thousands of voices of commentary to demean it. The very first video I saw when I looked on her channel, which was a couple days ago when I started doing research for this video, it was titled, "Turning My Best Friends Into Me." Hey everyone, it's Jojo, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So of course the video starts out with the infamous Jojo Siwa intro where you can't understand a word she's saying, and she does sound a little bit like the Tasmanian Devil. I'll give you guys credit for that. It's just a video of young girls playing dress up and goofing off and laughing, and one of my favorite parts is the friend is like, "So itchy." Yes! I love that, just completely jaded to it. She's like, "Yep, I hated wearing that, but I got a lot of money for it, so." And then there's that one friend who you can tell is clearly not down for this idea.
You guys excited? I'm excited!
Are you
excited?
My eyes are so red, I'm already crying.
Why?
It hurts. I'm like sweating, he's like... I love it.
But she's a team player, and you know what? We love and support you, sister. So the video is colorful and silly and absolutely harmless. So I chose another video to watch. I just scrolled like a couple weeks down because honestly I was looking for a video that was short because I only have so much energy, and this is a video in support of Jojo Siwa, but girl, you exhaust me. I'm old. I can't keep up. So I found a video called Babysitting Mini Jojo Siwa, and it's just, I don't know if this girl has actual like blood relation to Jojo, but Jojo babysits this kid. Obviously she's not alone because someone's filming them the whole time. Her house is a child's dreamland. Jojo's house is better than Disney World. Everything is free, you don't have to wait in line for anything, and you're not hanging out with like people dressed up as the characters you're hanging out with the Jojo Siwa. Gosh, I'm sweating. So her content from the two videos that I watched is clearly meant for children, okay? It's colorful, it's energetic, it's a little loud, but it's fun and it's child-oriented, and of course I'm not gonna really enjoy the videos that much because they're not made for me. Children are very easily entertained. You throw something colorful and spunky in front of them and they are locked in for hours. I have a more sophisticated brain, and of course, you know, I need more intellectual content like
That's what she said. Eat it! Eat it!
Oh, I'm just pooping. You know how I be.
So anyway, so yes, she's loud and crazy and acts like a child. But that's because 15-year-olds are children, and two, she makes content for children because that's her target demographic. That's what's making her a millionaire. If I was told at 15, hey, you can make $1 million by just dressing really colorful, singing some pop songs that somebody else wrote for you, and acting like a kid. Sign me the heck up. I'm 22 years old, but if I was asked to act like a child for $1 million, yeah. Let's compare her content directed towards children to another very famous YouTuber who makes content directed towards children, Jake Paul. Believe it or not, the majority of his audience is children, and oh boy does he know it. I went on his channel and one of the first videos I saw was, lo and behold, a slime video. And I don't know if you know about slime videos. They're pretty niche. Clearly it's targeted towards children. I don't really know many adults who wake up in the morning and they're like, I'm in the mood to watch a 20-minute video of someone making slime and then dumping it on their family and friends as if it's a wacky prank that they definitely didn't know is coming because their reactions are totally sincere. And then the video uploaded, I kid you not, right after that one is called Hot Girl Boxing Match with a questionable thumbnail for someone who makes children's content. Can you explain this for me? I'm not gonna get into Jake Paul very much because every commentary YouTuber on the face of the earth has videos on Jake Paul. Gonna get back to Jojo. Just give me a second. But one thing about Jake Paul I will mention that has been mentioned in almost every commentary about him, he knows his audience is children because he knows how to market to them, but it's like he wants his audience to be adults because he wants to make adult content, but he knows he can't fully dive into that because he will lose the majority of his audience and thus the majority of his income, which as we know is the only thing that really matters to him. Getting that bread, getting that dough, getting that yeast to make the bread grow. Was that a getting that bread, getting that dough, getting the yeast to make the bread grow? Bars. So the video goes on way too long, which is to be expected of a Jake Paul vlog. I'm not gonna get into that. First of all, the girls never get in bikinis, so he lied in the thumbnail. I just wanted to see girls in bikinis fight Jake, that's why I clicked the video. But it is still sexualized. I mean, unfortunately, the whole girl on girl thing, girl fight, but but I don't have to explain it, okay? We all know that like girl fight is a thing. There's like a song dedicated to it. But I mean, even 18 minutes into the video, he goes,
"Yo, is it me? Are you really enjoying this?"
Yeah, this is great. I really.
So they throw some weak punches and it's anticlimactic, which is to be expected. And that's the end of the video. There's no real conclusion. So that's an alternative to JoJo's content. A grown man, my age, making content to children to make money, or an actual child making content for children, maybe to make money, and isn't like trying to be more adult than is appropriate for her audience. So JoJo is 15 and Jake Paul is an adult. Let's look at another 15-year-old, one that people love to compare JoJo to, and they use it to break JoJo down, which I don't really get because it seems like this comparison would only lift her up. I think you know where I'm going with this. It's Bad Baby, or Danielle Bregoli. She literally got famous for being disrespectful, for stealing things, threatening to fight an entire audience at 14. Also because she didn't finish 7th grade. She dropped out of school at 7th grade. People love to compare Bad Baby to Jojo Siwa and be like, look, Jojo Siwa is acting like a toddler and she's 15, but look at Bad Baby, she's also 15. Whoa! If you ask me, that comparison should be used to show how toxic the image of Bad Baby is. I can't even take her seriously calling her that. Danielle is presenting such a toxic image for 15-year-olds to live up to. Children these days already have to grow up so freaking fast. And so to see a 15-year-old look like a grown woman with a lot of tattoos for a 15-year-old, you can't legally get them by yourself until you're 18. You can get them when you're 16 if you have parental permission, but I didn't even think it was legal underneath 16. Some adult had to either be there to sign off on it or she's going to basements and getting tattoos, but getting tattoos at 15? When I think about the stuff that I was into when I was 15, and that I thought was gonna be like the rest of my life, that I was a die-hard fan of, thank God I couldn't get tattoos. Heck, I'm glad I didn't get tattoos at 18 or 19. I got one at 20, but like I changed so much from 15 to 18 and even from 18 to 19 to 20. Anyway, this isn't the point of the video. We have a 15-year-old girl out here trying to act and look way beyond her age, being sexualized out the wazoo. Let me circle back around. Let's look at her music in comparison to JoJo's music. Okay, so before one of you chimes in and tries to use one of my points against me by saying, well, Olivia, JoJo makes music for children and Bad Baby makes music for adults, so of course her music's different. Here's my problem with that. JoJo makes music for children because she is a child. Bad Baby makes music for adults, but she's not an adult. She shouldn't be making adult content at 15 years old. It's different than like child actors in a show show like Modern Family because they're still acting their age in the show. But we've got a 15-year-old out here making music for adults as if she's one of the guys. She's one of you. That's not the case. That's different. Leave me alone. And I just look up Bad Baby lyrics. First song that comes up is Gucci Flipflops. Can you guess what the song's about? I don't know how long the song is. 3.5 minutes of straight flexing. She's richer than you. She's better than you. Uses cuss words like she doesn't really know how to cuss. She's trying to create this facade of like she's on the streets.
Do you have an accent of some sort?
Tell them where it comes from, you know. From the streets.
Oh.
She's a bad mamma jamma. So she just throws in any words she can fit into one bar that makes her sound bad. You know, like when middle school boys are finally separated from their parents so like they won't get caught, they start using the words in every sentence, even if it's like inappropriate, like that word didn't really make sense in the context, but they're gonna use it anyway because ooh, it makes them feel so cool. Like she's just cussing because it like, because when you first start swearing it gives you that jolt, you know, that little bit of adrenaline, like ooh, I just did something naughty. So yeah, Gucci Flipflops. F it. Hit your bee in my socks. It's a big watch. Diamond dripping off the clock. Put the 6 out. Wintertime dropping the top. What does that mean? Give it to the kitty butt. Turn the ish up a notch. Gucci Flip-flops, F it, make it kick rocks, bust it. It's just a lot of her throwing in swear words as many times as she can just to sound cool. And flexing. That's it. That's all of her music, and it's also like kind of poorly produced if you ask me. Kind of sounds just like generic beats. If I could walk into Kroger right now and buy a hip-hop beat, it would sound like the beat of this song. But I'm not a music producer, so I don't know. So to break that down, she's rich, richer than you. She will fight you. And did she mention she's rich? Let's look at Jojo's lyrics. This is from a song called Dream. Gotta focus on your passion if you want to make it right. Gotta work real hard to have the life. Talking about how she got successful, she had to work hard. Telling young kids like, hey, if you just work hard and pursue your passion, you can get what you dream of. Next song is called Only Getting Better. Another day, it's a mystery, a million possibilities. Take a chance, it'll be easier in time. Every day is a new adventure. Turn the page, it's a whole new chapter. Something great up ahead will make you feel alive. And last song, called Every Girl is a Superhero. We show up for each other, listen up to each other. It's a real kind of power and we're making it ours. We look up to each other, look out for one another. It's a real kind of power and we're making it ours. Supporting other girls. So Danielle's music, I'll beat up and I'm richer than everyone in the world. Jojo's music, things get better, work hard for what you believe in, and support each other. I mean, what's the difference between a 15-year-old listening to Jojo Siwa's music now than a 15-year-old listening to Hilary Duff's music back when Hilary Duff was a big deal? Like, what, 16, basically? So almost the same age, making very similar music. Hilary Duff was way better. I'm not saying that Jojo is in any way comparable to Hilary Duff. I love Hilary Duff. That was the first concert I ever went to, and she blew my mind, and her music still bangs! Let's get to the main portion, the main meat, don't worry, it's vegan, of this video. Everyone says, but she looks and dresses like a toddler. No, she looks and dresses like she's 15 years old. Let's look at, as aforementioned, Hilary Duff. When she was 15 years old. She looks like a child. She's dressed appropriately for her age, dressed in what was stylish back then, which was very colorful. You know, things didn't have to match. Butterfly clips in the hair. Lizzie McGuire? I still want to be Lizzie McGuire. Why do you think I got bangs cut? No, but for real, when I was in 3rd grade, I got bangs cut for the very first time so I could look like Lizzie McGuire. Anyway, now let's look at the infamous Hannah Montana, Miley Cyrus, when she was 15. Okay, yep. That looks almost exactly like something Jojo would wear. I don't know what the purple eyes are. I just found this on Google, so pardon that. But these two outfits are almost exactly like something Jojo would wear now. That was appropriate. She was 15, 16 at the time, making music for people her age, and back then no one batted an eye. But now we have these expectations for 15-year-old children to be full-grown adults when they're not. They're children, not only legally, but physically children. Let's look at some pictures of me at 15 years old. Here's me in an Owl City shirt, holding a piece of a sonic screwdriver I was building. If you don't know, a sonic screwdriver is something from Doctor Who. It's a sci-fi show that I was obsessed with at 15, 16, and 17 years old. I still like it. I haven't watched anything past the 11th Doctor, if any of you even know what that means. Yeah, girl's busy. I'm an adult now, so I have to do adult things, and I can't just watch Netflix all day, even though I actually do still watch Netflix all day, and just finished the Ted Bundy documentary, and I didn't like it, but that's another thought for another day. So yeah, that's a child in that photo. Let's look at another one. Yep, that's a child in that photo too. I don't know why I was wearing an eye patch. I didn't need one, but there I was. And then also this photo, back when mustaches were like just becoming popular, as you remember the mustache phase. Think about back then when I was 15, the mustache popularity. If I got one of those like mustache tattoos on my inner finger, come on. And last but not least, this picture, again, of me at 15 years old, wearing a dinosaur shirt that says RAR, spelt like that. I have a young face now, so granted, I look younger even there. That's how I was at 14. I was a child. I was trying on mustache glasses and Claire's and genuinely wanted to buy them, just had no money. I literally still bought toys. I bought a sonic screwdriver. I still have that son of a gun too, I think. Does it still work? Oh my gosh, it still works! I bought this at, I think, 16 years old. I forgot it did that too! Aw, I miss Doctor Who. I need to go watch it again. So, in conclusion, there's nothing wrong with what Jojo Siwa is doing. She's not a giant toddler. Yeah, she's tall, but like, it's not like she chose to grow to 5'9" at such a young age. So, are we body shaming now? Is that what we're doing? She grew up on Dance Moms, and for those of you who didn't grow up in a dance environment, I grew up in a dance environment. I grew up around the girls that were in like the dance company, which is the ones that competed and stuff. I never did that because we couldn't afford it. It's a competitive field, and it's really driven by the moms. That's why they call it Dance Moms. The moms are the ones that are catty, the ones that are, you know, pitching fits when their daughters don't get the lead role, so the daughters observe that, and they have to deal with their mom acting like a child, and then either they have to be the adult or they fall into some of that behavior. So yeah, she might have had some toxic behaviors when she was a literal child under the age of like 12 on Dance Moms, watching her mom pitch a fit, and so she's got to deal with that somehow. If she dealt with it the wrong way, so what? She's a freaking kid. Ooh, I'm getting worked up. We're not gonna hold her childhood mistakes that were probably sensationalized for TV and by her mom against her, okay? We need to allow children to be children longer than just 10 years old. It's like once you hit 11 and 12, you have to start developing right then, because once you hit 13, you gotta look like 21 years old. You have to have your makeup down perfect, you have to have the contour down, you gotta have fake eyelashes, you gotta have the perfectly manicured fingernails and the hair. You have to look older than me, basically, as an actual adult, and they have to act like adults, and they can't just indulge in their childhood. I was lucky to grow up in a time and in an area where I was still allowed to be a child for an appropriate amount of time. But even now, even though I'm grown, I still feel pressure to grow up faster, be more mature. I am mature, but it's like, oh, you still live at your parents' house past 18? Or I need to look older. That's not gonna happen. I need to be sexier. I need to be more successful because this 15-year-old's making more money than me. It's just too much, you guys. Let's just... The moral of this video is Jojo Siwa is not doing anything wrong. She's just a fun, spunky gal, having fun on the internet, being a kid because she's a kid. Leave her alone. Let her have fun. Let her be a kid. Don't pressure her to grow up so soon, because that tends to lead to, I don't know, mental breakdowns. I feel like our past experience would have taught us that, but apparently not, because we still push people to become like Danielle Bergoli. Jojo Siwa is doing nothing wrong. She's making content for children and they seem to love it, and she's successful. So you do you, girl. We support you, our non-problematic sister. Stop pushing kids to grow up too fast. And lastly, if you come after me in the comments with some kind of argument against something I said in the video, know that I have no more thoughts on the subject. These are all my thoughts. This is it. Thank you for watching. I hope maybe you enjoyed some part of this. Make sure to whip your ponytail onto that subscribe button and tie a neat little bow on the like button, and leave a comment about all the ways I was wrong, and bully me and whatever else you want, because I don't care. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Put my foot in my mouth